Hi.
Are you using the same link as the last game?
No. So I just went live on the thing. So if you go on YouTube, there should be a whole another thing. Yeah. So
Just because I just got the other game, but and my parents are trying to watch it. So
Yeah.
hold on,
Yeah. So we don't use the same.
we don't use the same stream. Okay, so it's a different stream every time.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my God, I can't even type. So search.
Kingston Baseball Association.
Oh, what did I type?
And then game is right here. This is the one right there.
Okay, so where's the link?
The link. That's the X right there. Should be share.
Oh, there it is.
And then
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
there you go.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So I don't know where is that?
It should be up on there now. Here. I think it's.
Mitchell!
Why is there nothing? And here we go. We're off and away here with game number 2 of the major tournament here today. My name is Jacob Ewing, and so we'll have the Colts, coached by Coach Hunt, versus the East Nepean Eagles in their first game of this tournament. And so leading things off will be number 7. That's Daniel at the plate here. So he'll foul that one away. So hopefully we settle into this game. I try to get the connection. We have a bit of connection error early on, but I think we're good now. So we get settled into this game. That one's called high. And starting at the mound is Brock McAllister for the Colts here as he tries to get things going here for the Colts. But the East Nepean Eagles, who I don't think have played a game so far in this tournament, are just, trying to get their game going early, and that one fouled back, so that will count against a strike against them. With Daniel at the plate. And so I believe we're getting deep in the count. That one's way high. Will be a ball, ends up bouncing way off the post. Going early, and that one fouled out. Gets contact on that one and fouls that one back as well. So he's staying in it here, protecting anything over the plate, but 2 strikes against him. He's got to be careful as Brock looking for the first strikeout of the game here. We'll see if he can find it. Daniel trying to battle in it. Brock delivers, swing and a miss. Strike number 3, gets the first out of the inning. And the first out of this game, frankly. 1 down, 2 to go here for the Colts as they try to get their game going here early on. They played the first game of the day, and they ended up suffering 4 runs in that first inning. Went down 4-0 early, ended up rallying back and winning that game with the Perth Royals 5-4. But they definitely don't want to get off to that start once more. That one's called high. Ball number 1. As moving on in the order is number 4, Elliott, up to the plate. So we'll see what Elliott can do here. We await the pitch. Delivered. Strike number 1 as that one's down the middle, catches the plate. We go 1-1 in the count now. He's going to look for bunt. That one's just going to be off the plate and going to be ball as that one is way off. So we go 2-1 in the count now. I did. I don't know if he did. I'm going to say no. I'm pretty sure it's 45. Oh, man. Yeah, oh, was it? And that's going to be strike number 2 as that one catches the zone. And just like that, it's 2s across the board. And that one fouled back by Elliott, just trying to stay in it here. And so we'll stay at a 2-2 count as he tips that one back. There we go, back to the plate. Pitch from Brock, trying to find his second strikeout. That one's just called a little high. We go ball number 3 in a full count here at the plate with Elliott's first at-bat here in this game. Pitch from Brock, delivered. Swung on, and it's going to be hit right to the second baseman. Throw to second to first is there in time, and that will be out number 2. So 2 down, 1 to go here for the Colts. In the top of the first inning, haven't let a runner be on base yet, but we'll see if this is Teddy coming up to bat now. If he can break through that barrier and try to get on base as he hits third in the order. First pitch, hit, and chopped right to the first baseman. Can't be scooped up, and he's going to beat the runner. As part of it, he's going to beat the throw to first as he'll be safe in time. And just like that, well, the Eagles do get a runner on base as Teddy hits a chopper up the first baseline and is able to beat the baseman. And so just like that, runner on first, and we move on in the order with number 11, Ethan, hitting cleanup up to bat. And that one's going to be a bit high, so will be ball number 1 and kick this count off 1-0. 1-0 count. So we await the pitch. Delivered. Swung on. Will it stay fair? It will. And it will drop right into the gap between infield and outfield. And the throw to third is not there in time. It actually gets through the glove of the third baseman. And just like that, Nepean is going to get on the board and make it a 1-0 game off of a beautiful RBI triple. He ends up getting to third. Great base running there from Ethan. Puts on the Jets, gets to third, and picks himself up an RBI as he hits a hard hit ball right into the gap between infield and outfield, and is able, off the error from throw from first to third, is not there. He's able to get himself all the way to third. The Eagles get themselves an early lead with 2 outs here. We move on to Brody, who's sitting in the 5 slot. Brock, pitch number 1. Strike number 1, catches the corner of the plate. That one's also going to catch the plate. Good battle back here by Brock. Gets 2 strikes going his way. Needs 1 more. At the end, the top of the inning. Runner at third, though. Good opportunity here for the Eagles to extend their lead with a single. That one's in there. Good hit, and it will find the gap between the shortstop and the second baseman. And just like that, Brody picks himself up an RBI single. It's a 2-0 Eagles game here early on, only in the top of the first inning. And the Eagles are getting going early. We move on in the order. Brings up number 13, Victor, to the plate. And so Brock has got to pitch his way out of it now. After getting 2 early outs, they have now suffered 2 back-to-back runs. It is a 2-0 game going the Eagles' way. As we'll await the pitch. Delivered. It's going to be up high. Runner's going to go to second. The throw to second is there in time with lots of time to spare, and he's called out at the bag. And that will do it for the top of the first inning. The Colts get the throw to second in time and end the inning. But just like that, a great battle back by the Eagles going down with 2 outs early on. They're able to pick up 2 runs, their name, and it's an early lead for the Eagles as we hit the bottom of the first inning. The Colts will take to the bats here early on and have an opportunity, well, to get on the tally, get on the board here, and slowly but surely work their way back into the game. As 2-0 lead is not as big as they suffered against in the Perth game. The Colts went down 4-0 in that first inning and ended up rallying back and winning it. So 2-0 is not as bad as 4.
Yeah, we can do that. That's yours. It was your change.
And so we'll see who's at the mound here for the Eagles.
So she told me I had to give it to you. Okay.
Do you have a start time by chance?
Good.
Forgot to check.
And so starting pitcher here for the East Nepean Eagles will be number 9, Max. And we'll see as he tries to defend off any sort of offense the Colts bring their way. As here we go, we're off and away here in the bottom of the first inning. And leading things off will be number 9 as Brock McAllister, as he'll take pitch number 1 and foul it back. And so he'll take strike number 1. It will go 0-1 down the count here early on. And so Brock will step back up into the batter's box and try to square one up this time into fair territory. Pitch number 2, and that is, it was tipped right into the back catcher's glove. He goes 0-2 down early on, and an opportunity to Max find his first strikeout here of this game if he can get one more through the zone. McAllister's got to be careful. And he does hit that one right to the third baseman. He's going to bobble through his glove. The throw from 5 to 3 is not there in time. It's actually going to get through. And now Brock is going to play it safe and stay at first base. And just like that, a great way to start for the Colts. Runner at first, 0 outs, and we move on in the order with Cam Kehoe up to bat next. And as he looks to try to advance the runner to a scoring position. So we'll await the pitch from Max. Down in the dirt, not good. And they'll take a look over at Brock, who displays some aggressive base running, but he's going to stay nonetheless. So Cam takes ball number 1 into 1-0 count. Strike number 1. And they're going to throw to second as they thought Brock was going to make the mad dash over there. He decides to, a little pump fake action, goes back over to first. So he'll stay at first base, and it'll be a 1-1 count as that was strike number 1 going against Cam on that last pitch. So we'll await the next. 1-1 count. Max delivers this one. Strike number 2, it catches the outside of the plate. It's a 1-2 count now. And an opportunity for Max to find the first strikeout of his outing here. If he can get one more through the zone. That one gonna stay fair territory too. Scoop up from the third baseman, throw to first is not there in time. He's gonna be safe at the bag. And it looked like that play was created as the third baseman maybe took a little hesitation after scooping up that ball, and that gave enough time for Cam to get over to first in time, puts runner Brock at a scoring position over at second base, and just like that, the Colts have the tying run at first base now. Swing and a miss here by Bowie as can't get contact on that one. We'll go 0-1, strike number 1 down in the count. Max delivers that one. Good time, contact to Bowie, right to the first baseman. They get the play at second in time, and they can only get the runner at second as they do get an out, and that will make it, I believe, the first out. This brings up cleanup hitter Cohen McMillan, and we'll see what McMillan can do here. He's got runners in the corners and an opportunity to cut the lead in half if he can get a hard hit single. This one delivers, swing and a miss. Oh, Bowie's gonna think about going to second. He's gonna turn back after he saw the back catcher had solid contact on that ball. So he'll keep runners in the corners, and we'll go back to the plate here in an 0-1 count for Cohen's first at bat in this game. Max delivers the pitch down in the dirt, and Bowie gonna do it again. Show some aggressive base running. He'll go right back to first base though. And we'll resume at the plate. I believe it's a 1-1 count after that ball. Pitch delivered by Max. Good contact, hit right to between center and right field. It's up, ball, it's up, and that one finds the gap. One run's gonna score as McMillan comes around, and that's gonna be a hard hit single by Cohen. McMillan cuts the lead in half. It's a 2-1 game now. As he finds the gap in between right field and center. And just like that, runners are still in the corners, and this brings up Wicket up to bat here with an opportunity with a single to tie the game, and that'll be strike number 1. It'll go 0-1 down in the count as that one went through the zone. Next one delivered by Max. He's going to foul that one back. It'll go 0-2 now with strike number 2. So he's got to be careful. Max able to find a punch out here. If he can get one more to find the strike zone. Max winds up, delivers, Good contact. It's going to be in foul territory, and it will be outside of any catching territory to even get there underneath of it for the infielders. So he'll stay in the count with 2 against him. Two strikes to Wicket's name. He's got to be careful. Max delivers the pitch. Inside. That's going to be a ball. Wicket trying to protect anything over the plate. But Max trying to get the strikeout. Delivers. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout. And Max's first of the inning. And Cohen able just to go from first to second as everyone was wrapped up in that strikeout. And so that will be 2 down, 1 to go here. With runner tying run still at third base. And this brings DeWise up to the plate with an opportunity to pick himself up an RBI with a single and tie the game. So step up to the plate. 2 outs against the Colts. Max trying to wrap up this inning. Strike number 1 as that one's right down the middle. We'll go 0-1 down in the count. So we wait the next pitch from Max. Winds up. Delivers. That one's going to be hit right to the mound. The throw from the mound to first is there in time, and that will do it for the inning. The Colts able to get 1 and cut the lead in half, but the Eagles still have a 1-run lead, and they'll head back to the bats as they try to extend it, as we'll head to the top of the second. As we'll see if they can extend it or if the Colts can battle off any sort of offense they'll have to bring their way. We'll see who heads back to the mound, if it will be Brock, who did pitch the first inning. And it will be as he picks up the ball at the mound. So it'll be Brock McAllister going into his second inning of work in a 2-1 game, a 1-run Eagles lead. As we'll get the top of the second inning underway in just a few moments' time as the Colts just finish their warm-up.
Jimmy was watching at home.
So he's stepping out just slightly, which means you get disconnected and you lose a bit of power. And if he just stayed straight through, those would be line drives up the middle. But I'll work with him. So Jacob, do you see how many viewers you have?
Normally I just check on my phone. I think last time I checked I had 11.
Okay.
You can go watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, just curious.
And so we're off and away here in the top of the second inning, as leading things off will be number 13, Victor, here for the Eagles. And just barely pulls back his swing there. They'll check first base, and he check swing says didn't go. And so the Eagles trying to extend their lead here. They'll just try to get a runner on base. Victor rips that one right to left field, and it gets down in time as it just beats the left fielder to getting there. And so that will be a single for the Eagles, and they a base hit to lead things off here for the Eagles. Puts a runner at first and gives them something to work with here. This brings up number 6, Jacob, up to the plate. We'll see what type of damage Jacob can do here. Tries to advance the runner. Gets a hard hit ball. Lots of contact, but will pull it just foul. And so that brings him strike number 1 and 0-1 down in the count off of pitch number 1.
Come on, Joe.
Go, Brock.
So an 0-1 count. Brock trying to find the first strikeout here. And a swing and a miss. Strike number 2 as he had to reach for that one but couldn't find contact. So Jacob is 0-2 now, and he's got to be careful. He's got to protect anything over the plate. But Brock looking to find strike number 3. That one's fouled back into foul territory.
Got this, Brock.
And so he'll stay in it as he protects that last pitch. We'll stay at 0-2. Brock loads up, delivers. good. That one's going to be popped up. We'll see if Brock can get underneath of it. He can and keeps it in his glove. It keeps runner over at first there at the base and gets a huge out here for the Colts, as it'll be 1 down, 2 to go here, and we move on in the order. This brings up number 3, Declan, up to the plate as they'll look to try to advance the runner, who's at first. Delivers down in the dirt, ball number 1. And so we'll start this count off 1-0 after that last pitch. Delivers, good contact, right to left field. The left fielder gets under it and gets the grab and squeezes that one nice and tight to get out number 2 and keeps the runner over at first once more. As that was Johnny who's able to get underneath of that one. And so just like that, 2 down, 1 to go here for the Colts, trying to get out of this one without allowing a run. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. This is number 8, Caleb, up to the plate now with Caleb's first at bat of this game. He'll go 0-1 down after the swing and miss. Brock loads up, delivers, fouls that one back. And we'll see strike number 2, so he's got to be careful now.
Go, Brock.
And so Caleb's got to be careful here. He's got a runner at first and would love to advance him, but he's 2 strikes against him. Brock trying to end the inning. That one's just a little too high. That one will be a ball.
Go, Brock. You got it, buddy.
1-2. Count called from the ump. And we'll get set back up with Caleb's first tap out of this game. Brock delivers. That one will do it as it just slides right into the middle of that strike zone and gets the 3 outs without allowing a run here for the Colts. So they'll head to the bottom of the second and they'll take to the bats. And they'll have an opportunity. They were able to cut the lead in half in the first inning, and now they have an opportunity if they can find one more to tie it up or even take the lead themselves. As the Eagles will take to the outfield and try to protect any sort of offense the Colts try to bring their way. We'll see who steps back up to the mound, as I believe it will be number 9, Max, taking his position as he did in the bottom of the first. As we are finally off and underway playing baseball, we had a 3-hour rain delay before getting any games even started here earlier today. So it's good that we even got this tournament started, and we'll get as many games through today as we can. And even we'll try tomorrow, but we'll see what the forecast is like then. So nonetheless, we actually have 2. We have 2 fields being broadcasted right now. We also have I believe this is Group A going on here at Shannon's, and Group B is being played over in Optimus, and my good buddy Rias Hennessy is over there broadcasting and commentating those games. So if you want to catch any of the other pools action, it's all live still on the KBA channel. It's just on a different stream. You just click the logo, the YouTube logo, and it'll take you right to the channel, and just like that you can find the other game over in the other stream, because these 2 groups will meet together for tomorrow's game. So maybe if you want to scout the competition a little bit, might not be a bad idea. And so here we go. We'll get off and underway here in the bottom of the second inning. Is leading things off, I believe, will be Gianni, as he'll take to the batter's box. And as here we go, we'll get the bottom of the second inning underway here. Max looking for his second inning of work as he'll step to the plate, to the mound. And here we go, Gianni squares up, and here we go. Here's pitch number 1. That one's going to be high, and it'll be ball number 1. As it was just a little outside, so Max going to regroup here at the mound. Had a pretty successful first inning. Going to look to replicate it here in the bottom of the second. Pitch number 2 is in there, just a little high. I'm just going to call. We'll go 2-0 down in the count now with ball number 2. So Johnny going to get ready, load up. Pitch is going to be way inside, and that's going to be a 3-0 count now. So 1 ball away from getting a leadoff walk for the Colts would be huge. Put tying run over at first base, but Johnny's a good hitter. We'll see if he can get contact on that one. Max needs to find the strike zone, and he does with that one. Strike number 1. 3-1 count. We'll see if Max can battle back here. Max loads up and puts it just at the top of the strike zone and gives it a full count after Johnny threw his bat after he thought it was ball number 4. So he'll regroup back at the plate. Once was a 3-0 count, is now a 3-2 full count. Huge pitch incoming from Max. He delivers. It's off the plate. He's given a base with a walk to lead things off here in the bottom of the second. This brings up number 10, Charlie Labarge, to the plate. With a runner at first, he would love to try to advance Johnny into a scoring position. We'll see what Charlie can do here. Delivered. That's way inside. It'll be ball number 1. And we'll kick off this count 1-0. So a 1-0 count for Charlie's first at-bat in this game. Max delivers that one on the other side of the plate this time and won't find the zone. He'll go 2-0 down with ball number 2. As Max is trying to find the strike zone here early on here in the bottom of the second. Hasn't been very successful yet, but it's still got a lot of time to find the zone. That one will just be a little high. It'll be ball number 3.
Go, Charlie.
It's a spitting image of Johnny's at-bat moments ago as he went up 3-0, but he did battle back into a full count scenario. We'll see if Charlie can make it do here. One more would find the walk. And that will be strike number 1. And we'll go 3-1 now. As strike number 1, Max finds. So we'll regroup. Back at the plate. 3-1 count against Charlie. Max delivers, winds up, delivers. That's going to be strike number 2.
Come on, Charlie.
And so just like that, Max battles back into this count and makes it a full count at the plate, 3-2. Huge pitch incoming for Max at the mound as he looks to find the first strikeout here in the bottom of the second. Good hit, though, by Charlie. Gets right over finds the gap in between infield and the outfielders. And just like that, it will be a base hit for Charlie. Advances Johnny to second. We'll have runners at first and second now, and an opportunity to drive home the tying run as they have one in a scoring position over at the second bag. As this brings up Alex McGrath. And we'll see what Alex can do here. Pitch delivered. That one's going to be fouled off in the foul territory, so there'll be strike number 1. It'll be an 0-1 count. As Alex would love to find some contact here and drive home this tying run, but the Eagles got to be good. Max starting to find his zone here. That one's going to be chopped right to Max at the mound. He's going to take a choice. Throw to second. It's going to get out of his glove, and now Johnny's going to round third all the way from second. The throw home is not there in time. That's going to give Charlie a time to advance to third, and just like that, off of a couple errors, the Colts have tied the game and now have both runners at scoring positions at third and second. As the Eagles just couldn't find the throw to second base, it just got out of his glove. That means runner was safe at second. The throw home was not on the money. Allow one to get home and runners to advance. It's a tie ball game, folks, at 2 apiece in the bottom of the second. We move on in the order. It brings up Emerson up to the plate for his first at-bat of this game. He's going to look bunt, and he's going to get it. Oh, and it's just, luckily he tipped it back, but the back catcher couldn't get a glove on that one to squeeze it. So it'll be a foul tip backwards and an 0-1 count to kick it off. Emerson awaits the pitch in an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. So we'll 0-2 down in the count here. And Emerson's got to be careful. He's got to protect anything over the plate as he awaits the next pitch. Max to find the strikeout. Can't find the zone. That one will be outside. That will be ball number 1. We'll go 1-2 off of that last pitch. Huge opportunity for Emerson to drive home a couple runs here. If he can find contact. Fouls that one back. Good protection. He stays in it.
Battle it, battle it.
Keep battling.
And so we'll stay at a 1-2 count after that last foul tip. And so we'll wait the pitch from Max. Loads up, unleashes, goes way inside. That will be a ball. As Emerson has to back away rapidly to get away from that one.
John McGoo, good eyes, kid.
Guys.
So a 2-2 count now. As Emerson is slowly but surely making his way back in it. But he just looked for solid contact. Max looking for the strikeout though. That one's going to be high. And 3 balls in a row. Make it a full count here for Emerson's first at-bat here in the game. An opportunity to load the bases if one more ball comes through. But Max looking to shut that opportunity down. As Max winds up and loads. Unleashes, swing and a miss. Strike number 3 gets Emerson to strike out. And this will bring up number 6, Declan Cashman, up to the plate. And we'll see what Cash can do here with runners at third and second. Both of them in scoring positions. And it's a tie ball game, so they have an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this ball game. Pitch one delivered. That one's going to be popped up. We'll see if Max, the pitcher, can get under it, and he can. That one will find, I believe, the second out here in the bottom of the second inning, and, well, we'll bring up to the bottom of the order. It'll be Caleb Hunt.
Bring Charlie home, Caleb. Come on. Charlie's ready for you.
So this brings up Hunt to the plate. Still with runners at third and second. They found back-to-back outs with runners at first and second, so we'll see if Max can defend off any more offense. As you know, the Colts would love to take the lead here, but the Eagles have been battling. Ball number 1 as that one was down in the dirt. 1-0 count. Next one delivered. Finds the strike zone. And that makes it 1-1 now with strike number 1. So, 1-1. Max delivers that next one. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. As Hunt can't find contact. Just took a slice a little too low. And just like that, it's a 1-2 count. If one more comes through, that would spell the strikeout. That one's down in the dirt. And so we'll go 2-2 now. Caleb Hunt staying in it here. 2 strikes against him. He's got to protect anything over the plate. Max winds up and delivers that one. Gets contact right to the shortstop. He's going to scoop it, and the throw to first is there in time, and the catch is good. Defends off any more runs from scoring, and will end the bottom of the second inning. We get out of the second at 2s across the board. It's a 2-2 ball game, heading to the top of the third. And an opportunity for the Eagles to take to the plate, and while try to take the lead back that they had for majority of the game until the Colts tied it up a little bit ago. And so it looks like the Eagles having a huge meeting in front of the dugout as they take to the bats. Coach hypes them up, and they'll get ready to get their offense going, as we'll have a new pitcher coming into this game for the Colts. We'll see who it is in just a moment's time, as it will be, I believe that's going to be Cam Kehoe taking to the mound for his first inning of work here in the top of the third.
Top of 3. 2-2. Thank you. Fuck you. Hey. Have fun.
And so here we go. We'll get the top of the third inning underway here at Shannon's Corner Ballpark, and it will be number 12 leading things off here for East Nepean. It'll be that is number 12, Derek. And so we'll see what Derek can do here. Time is called from the first base umpire. Just looks like the shortstop's got to tie his shoe there. I believe that is Emerson over there. So he'll get it all tied up, and we'll get this game back resumed. Pardon me, I believe that. And so here we go. We're underway here in the top of the third inning, and a swing and a miss will count strike number 1. As he can't find contact, so we'll go 0-1 down the count here early for Derek's first snap out of this game. As Derek would love to get on base here for the Eagles and, well, try to put the runner in a scoring position and take back the lead they once had. Cam delivers that one, swing and a miss, strike number 2. As Cam is looking already settled into this game, as this is his first inning of work. As Cam looking for his first strikeout here, if he can get one more through the zone. And that's good contact by Derek. Gets straight to Cam. The throw from first, trying to be in the mound. 2 first is there in time. So it'll be 1 down, 2 to go here. It's a good play there by Cam to find out number 1. As we move on in the order, this brings up number 9, Max, who pitched the first 2 innings for the Eagles and pushed them very successfully, allowing 2 runs. There'll be ball number 1 as that one's down in the dirt. So Cam will step back up. The lefty, Cam is. So maybe using that to his advantage. You know, some of these kids may be used to a lot of right-handed pitchers, so it's different when you see a lefty head to the mound. So I believe that's going to be ball number 2, as that one's also down in the dirt. So Max, advantage here early in the count, pulls that one just foul, and we'll take a strike in the count after that. So a 2-1 count called from the ump, and we'll resume back at the plate. That one's going to be chopped right in between first and second, and it gets through. And so that will be a base hit for Max and the Eagles, as they'll get a runner on base and give them something to work with here. So they'll just look to advance them. As we'll head back to the top of the order and have Daniel up to the plate now, and we'll see what Daniel can do here, as he'll love to get, he would love if he could get Max into a scoring position. So Cam winds up, puts that one right at the top of the zone. Strike number 1. And an 0-1 count here for Daniel's second at-bat of this game. That one's going to be hit right to the third baseman. Gets to the third baseman's glove, and a great play there by Brock, the shortstop, to scoop that one up. He does not get an out on any bases. Runners are able to advance, and that's a single for Daniel, but Brock did a good job as he got that ball in his glove, made all runners stay on the bases they are at. So that brings up number 4, Elliott, to the plate with a runner in scoring position over at second and another runner at first. An opportunity to advance them. Strike number 1 as that one goes down the middle. It's an 0-1 count. Cam trying to find it out here. Delivers that one. That one's going to be just hit foul as it just gets off the third base line. So that will be another strike against him. As we'll await the pitch from Cam. He delivers. That one's going to be pulled again down the third base line, and that will be 2 strikes against him, so he's got to be careful. Cam would love to find a strikeout here and get the first out of the inning. Oh, pardon me, this would be the second out of the inning if he can find one more. Cam delivers. That one's going to be chopped right to the first base, and that one's going to get through the gap of the first baseman and the second baseman. Just like that, the Eagles have loaded the bases here in the top of the third with only 1 out and an opportunity to do some real damage here if East Nepean can get a hold of one. And this brings up number 10, Teddy, to the plate.
Let's go, Colts! Defend!
And Teddy an opportunity to pick himself up a couple RBIs if he can get a hold of one. delivers. Good hit by Teddy. Finds the gap between infield and outfield. Run's going to score. And it's only going to be a single. No, never mind. The runner from third is going to go home now, and he's also going to slide in. Throw to third is not there in time. And that one's going to end up being a double from Teddy as he picks himself up 2 RBIs. 2 runners come around. It's a 4-2 ball game going the Eagles' way. That's a huge hit right to right field by Teddy. And so we'll move on, and then we have runners at third and second, both in scoring position, so an opportunity for the Eagles to add to their lead even more. Brings up number 11, Ethan. Ooh, and that one's gonna be called foul. Fair ball. And so runner's gonna score. And a bit of confusion there is and so we're gonna see what the call was. It looked like the ump had a little bit of hesitation before making the call, and everyone seemed to stop the play as they thought it was foul. But ump ended up calling it fair, and everyone was stopped, and no one was doing anything. As we'll see, he's gonna have an ump meeting real quick with his ump who's over at third base, and we'll see what the call is gonna be just momentarily. And it's gonna be called a fair ball. And so a run is going to score off of that, and just like that, it's a 5-2 game going the Eagles' way with both runners in the corners at third and first. An opportunity to add another run to their lead if they can find a base hit, as the Eagles have exploded here in the top of the third with 3 runs so far and looking to add to that tally. That's going to be inside. Runner's going to go to second. They're not going to throw him as they're going to want to keep that runner at third where he is and not let another run come through. That's Brody in his second at-bat of this game. Has a 1-0 count after ball number 1. Kim delivers this one. Contact foul right back. And so that will count against a strike against him as he couldn't get that one square. So a 1-1 count for Brody at the plate. Both runners in scoring positions. This one's delivered. Strike number 2 is the call. That one's able to find the strike zone. And an opportunity for Karen to find a strikeout if he can get one more through the zone. Brody's got to be careful. He'll try to defend anything over the plate. Kim loads up. Fires. Get a good bit of contact. Get a foul that one right up in the air and back, so it will go out of play. And now we'll stay at a 1-2 count. That's good, a bit of protection there by Brody to keep himself in this at-bat. So we'll await it from Cam. He's going to stare down Brody. He looks to deliver. He does. Strike number 3 is the call as Cam gets that one right down the middle. Huge pitch there from the Colts. And that gets 2 down, 1 to go here as the Colts would love to end the inning without allowing another run, as the Eagles already have 3 here in the top of the third. This brings up number 13. This is Victor. And still with 2 runners in scoring position. An opportunity for them to add to their tally. Pitch number 1 does not find the zone. It's going to be inside. Ball number 1 in a 1-0 count.
Go, Cam.
This pitch delivered. That one's going to find the plate, though. Going to find the outside corner, it looked to be. So that's going to be strike number 1 as Cam only needs 1 more to end the inning. But the Eagles with a great opportunity to add to their lead. We'll see what will happen. Next pitch delivered, swung on and missed by Victor. He's 2 strikes against him now. He's got to be careful. It's a 1-2 count as the Colts look to get out of this inning. And an opportunity to do so with 1 more strike can come through. That's outside, ball number 2. As it just missed the strike zone. Cam looking to find one through. Pitch delivered. That's going to be chopped right to the shortstop. Gets in the glove. The throw to first is there in time. And that ends the inning. The Eagles very offensive there in the top of the third. They add 3 runs to the tally and make it a 5-2 game as we head to the bottom of the third, and an opportunity as the Colts head to the bats. Well, to try to crawl back into this game. There was a tie game going into the third, and now, well, they have a bit of work to do. Heading into the bottom of the third, we're just halfway through this ball game. And the Eagles will take to the outfield, and we'll see who's going to take to the mound, as there will be a new pitcher incoming for each Nepean. So we'll see if we get a number. I believe that's going to be number 7, Daniel, who's going to take to the mound for the next couple innings for the Eagles as he'll get warmed up. And we'll see if the Colts can take advantage of a new fresh pitcher into this game, or if Daniel can get his game going early. As the Colts need a big inning of work, as they don't want to leave all the runs to the last few innings. And I believe leading things off, we'll go back to the top of the order, and it will be Brock McAllister, as he looks to be in the on-deck circle, just getting ready for his second at-bat of this game and first at-bat of this inning. As we'll have the bottom of the third underway in just a few moments' time.
I think she's hiding. I'm not sure where she is.
I might have an issue at the Vets field because of the switches and stuff. I've lost track of which game's which, and they may have as well for my umpires. So I don't.
Hey, Mel.
And so here we go. We'll get the bottom of the third inning underway here. The Colts down by 3, but still have a couple innings of work to do so. We'll head back to the top of the order with Brock McAllister on at the plate, and that'll be ball number 1 as that one is down in the dirt.
Let's go, Brock.
And so he'll go down 1-0 in the count. So we wait the next pitch. That's going to be hit right to center field. And a great catch there by the center fielder. He's able to get that one in his glove. And that'll be out number 1.
Nice grab.
Nice grab, Brock.
Hey, how are you?
And so that'll be 1 out here after the amazing catch by the center fielder. That one's going to be popped up by Cam. We'll see if someone can get under it. The first baseman gets that one in his glove. That'll be an easy 2 down here for the Eagles.
Let's go, Pickles.
And so just like that, 2 down,
Go.
1 to go. Here in the bottom of the third, the Colts still haven't been able to get a runner on base. That one's going to be popped up right to the shortstop, and he's there to get that one in his glove. A very quick inning of work here for the Eagles. They get 3 outs almost immediately, and just like that, we'll head to the top of the 4th the same way we came into the bottom of the third. A 5-2 game going the Eagles' way. As they'll head back to the bats and try to extend their lead even more.
So
So is this the third game they're going into? So I think the third game is supposed to be Sam and Emma, and the fourth game was Dave. The final game is Dave and Graham. Wasn't it supposed to be 4 in total? No? Okay.
So, if Sam and Emma want to do this game,
If Graham and
Dave are there, then they can go ahead and do this game. Yeah, sure, I'll talk to John.
Sorry, the whole rain stuff threw me right out of the loop.
No, that's fine. Totally get it. I just couldn't really help. People really like it.
So here we go. We'll get the top of the fourth inning underway here after a very quick bottom of the third, and we see the Colts back to the outfield. And leading things off, that one's going to be chopped right over to second base, and that's going to be thrown to first. Is there in time? As that was Jacob with out number 1 as he chopped that one right up to center. And so we'll have 1 down, 2 to go here off of pitch number 1. Here in the top of the fourth continues her rapid amount of outs here we've had. And this brings up Cam. Cam's still at the plate. That one's going to be cranked right to center field, and they get under it for the catch. And so just like that, 2 pitches, 2 outs. As these last 5 outs have been pretty much consecutively after each other. And so we're already 2 down here in the top of the fourth, and this brings up number 8. This is Caleb as he gets strike number 1 is swing and a miss. So an 0-1 count to kick things off. So we'll await the pitch. That one's delivered. That one's going to be chopped right to the third baseman, and it gets through his glove. So a base hit there for Caleb, and the Eagles gets a runner at first and something to work with here, but with 2 outs, Colts only 1 out away from ending the inning, so they have to be careful here. This brings up number 12, Derek, to the plate, and we'll see what Derek can do here as he looks to advance the runner into a scoring position. Cam delivers. That one's going to be hit right to third. Scoop from third, throw to second, is there on the money. That will do it for the top of the fourth inning. A very quick top of the fourth, just right after we had an extremely quick bottom of the third. And just like that, we'll head to the bottom of the fourth now, where the Colts take 2 the bats, and they need to do some damage here. They can't keep it all for the final 2 innings. They would love to even just pull it back, even if they get at least 1 or 2, or even tie up this game with 3, would be huge for the Colts. And so we'll see who takes to the mound. It's going to be number 7 for his second inning of work. That'll be Daniel. And we'll see if they can have another quick inning like they did earlier in the count. So Daniel will get warmed up, and we'll get the...
Yeah, because Emma and them were supposed to be here at 7 o'clock originally. They're coming back from here for 7 o'clock. So yeah, we might push another one if we can, but maybe have an optimist after that one. We haven't decided yet.
Yeah, so Caleb got out. Caleb got out on second.
And so Daniel will get ready before we're just moments away from getting our bottom of the fourth inning underway here in a 5-2 Eagles lead as they look to defend any sort of offense the Colts bring their way, but the Colts look to break through.
Yep.
And so here we go. This will bring up cleanup hitter Colin McMillan up to the plate here. As we're underway here with Cohen's second at-bat here in this game. And Daniel's second inning of work. Pitch number 1 delivered. That one's going to be cranked right to right field. Gets down in time and will be a base hit to kick things off here for the Colts. And that's exactly what they wanted. 0 outs and a runner at first. This gives them something to work with here. Off of the first pitch, swing and hit from Cohen. This brings up Wicket to the plate now. We'll see what Wicket can do here. First pitch delivered. He's going to get swinging on that one. Right to right field. Will find the gap, but it will find the right fielder's glove. And that's the first out. Off the pop out to right field. So 1 down, 2 to go, and this brings up Xavier DeWise up to the plate here. So we'll see what DeWise can do here with his second at-bat of this game. And a runner at first just wants to try to advance some. Swing and a miss, strike number 1. We'll go low 1 in the count. So an 0-1 count. That one delivered. That one's going to be a little low. They're going to test the runner at first, and he slides back there in time. Just barely. It was close. It's a 1-1 count for DeWise at the plate. This next one delivered. Contact. He's going to hit that one right to the second baseman. They're going to go for 2. Get the out at second, and they're not going to test Xavier at first, and he'll be safe. And so that will be 2 down, 1 to go here with a runner still at first. As they get McMillan out at second. And so we move on to the order. Brings up Johnny to the plate. That's going to be just outside. We'll have ball number 1, and we'll go 1-0 in the count. With Johnny's at bat here. Daniel trying to get out this inning. Scoreless. So that one's going to be high. This one delivered. Johnny with good contact right to left field, and it gets down in time. Runner's going to advance to third. And he's going to slide in there and put runners in the corners. Here for the Colts, and a base hit gets them 1 run closer to where they need to be. As they'll score a run. And this brings up Charlie to the plate here with runners at first and third.
Did you just get the score update? Yeah. Okay. They're just wondering about umpires at the other 2 umpires.
This one delivered outside, can't find the plate, and Johnny's gonna run now, and he's gonna be safe and sound. Some heads-up base running there by Johnny gets him to second base, and they'll have 2 runners in scoring positions at third and second now.
But they're not supposed to start until 4:15. So I told Emma just to stay there and to make sure that the other. Okay, he was talking to Sam. I just hope that they got a text from Emma saying that they changed the fields. However, I changed it in the thing, so yeah.
Pitch one delivered. Charlie hits that one right to first base, and he'll touch the bag. And that one, unfortunate for the Colts, unable to score a run there in the bottom of the 4th. We'll head to the top of the 5th now, still with a 5-2 game, and the Eagles an opportunity to extend their lead even more. But the Colts, they gotta be good here. They can't afford to give up too big of a lead going into the later stages of this game, as there's still 2 innings of work, and we'll see who takes the mound here for the Colts. I believe it's going to be number 7 wicket for his first inning of work. And
Oh, okay. Did you get a hold of him? Or
No, I just looked back over my text just now.
Okay. Okay, I can send him a message. I have him on text.
Graham might be under the same impression, I'm not sure.
Okay.
If my messages today were 2 hours behind, switch to vets.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
But they would have got the change that I sent out, right?
They should have.
Okay.
On my screen, it's really confusing because I have doubles of stuff,
Right.
so I can't. That's why I'm lost.
Okay.
And then Graham thinks it's at 4, so he should be there.
Okay.
But I know he's not very good with time.
Here we go. We'll get the top of the 5th inning underway here in a 5-2 game and an opportunity for the Eagles to extend their lead. At the mound here will be Brecken Wickett, who's trying, well, to keep the score as close as he can, as the Colts would love to get out of this one with not allowing any more runs going the Eagles' way, but the Eagles looking to do some damage. We're at the bottom of the order with number 9, Max, at the plate, and he'll take ball number 1 as that one was down in the dirt.
Go B.
So a 1-0 count. That one's going to be chopped and sliced way foul, and that will be a first strike against him. We'll go 1-1 now, as he couldn't get a hold of that one. So 1-1 count as we await the pitch from Brecken. He winds up and delivers off the plate. That'll be ball number 2. We'll go 2-1 now, as he just couldn't find that one through the strike zone. Max, who was the starting pitcher here for the Eagles, was very solid. He's going to chop that one right but off of Brecken's glove. The throw from the shortstop. The first is there in time. A great recovery from the Colts as that one got past the mound, and a great play. I believe that was Brock to the shortstop to scoop that one up, and the play to first is there in time. Out number 1, 2 to go here, and we go back to the top of the order. It'll be number 7, Daniel, up to the plate for the Eagles as he'll try to get on base and give a base runner here for East Nepean in the top of the 5th. Pitch number 1, that's fouled back. Strike 1 is Brecken through the heater. It'll be 0-1 count to kick off Daniel's 3rd at-bat of this game. Next one delivered. He's going to look bunt, and he's going to play it fair. That was going to go right up the first base line to throw. The first is there in time. They get Daniel, who had a successful bunt right up the first base line. It was almost perfect territory, but a great play there by Brecken to run from the mound, scoop up the ball, and throw it to first in time. It is 2 outs, 1 to go, and this brings up number 4, Elliott, to the plate with nobody on any bases, and we'll see what Elliott can do here. Pitch number 1 delivered just outside. It'll be ball number 1 as that one couldn't find the zone. Brecken loads back up. That one is just high of the zone. We'll go ball number 2 and an early lead here for Elliott in the count as he has 2 balls to his name. Brecken loads up and delivers that one. That one's going to get free, and that'll be ball number 3. So 1 ball away from giving the Eagles a walk and putting a runner at first. Giving them something to work with here. So Elliott will square back up in the batter's box. Try to find something. Ball number 4 is what he finds, and that'll be a walk and put a runner at first base.
Let's go, Colts.
And so this brings up number 10, Teddy, who drove home a couple RBIs his last at-bat, and he's got an opportunity with a runner at first to advance the runners into a scoring position. That's going to be high for ball number 1 and a 1-0 count. Great catch there by Charlie to keep all runners contained. So a 1-0 count. We await the pitch from Brecken. Delivers. Good contact by Teddy right to the shortstop, and Brock's going to scoop up that ball and touch the second base to get the 3rd and final out at the top of the 5th. And so the Colts hold all the offense scoreless for the Eagles here, and we'll head to the bottom 5, still with a 5-2 game, and another opportunity for the Colts to come back in this game. They're down by 3 runs. And, well, if they don't do it now, they're going to leave all their damage for the bottom of the 6th, which you do not want to do. And so they would love to try to get back in the game now. It's only a 3-run game. 3 runs, especially when you get a bit of momentum going on your side, 3 runs can feel like nothing, but they've got to get a start. If they can get a runner on base, something to work with, I have a feeling they can kind of build up some momentum, but they got to beat the pitcher. We'll see a new pitcher coming to the mound. It will, I believe, be number 6, Jacob of East Nepean, taking to the mound. And so we'll have the bottom of the 5th inning getting underway here in just a few moments' time as Jacob gets warmed up.
We're a bit delayed here.
before we get underway.
I think so. That's what we're end up doing. I think because we'll have one more game. Like, depending. If we win this, we don't play. We lose it.
Okay. So you want us just to wait till they go?
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds about that.
yeah, no, it's well done. I don't think you can start yet. We'll wait. Yeah, thanks.
I had him for the last game.
Always, right? No, no.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like, there have to be.
Yes, exactly.
Like 2 hours.
I was just, because of all the changes, I was concerned with I made it.
Wow. Let's go, Alex.
And so here we go. We'll get the bottom of the 5th inning underway here with the Colts at the bats, and leading things off will be number 55, Alex McGrath. As he would love to get on base here and start things off successfully for the Colts, and we'll see what happens as Jacob will throw his first pitch of his first inning of work here in the bottom of the 5th. So get ready, load up, and we're underway here, ball number 1. And we'll start this count off 1-0 as that one was down in the dirt. So a 1-0 count for Alex's at bat here. Delivered. Alex gonna chop that right to the shortstop. Scoot from the shortstop. Throw to first is there in time as the reach from the first baseman is successful. 1 down, 2 to go here for the Eagles as they get a huge first out, and we move on in the order. This brings up Emerson Cox up to the plate, and we'll see what Emerson can do here. With 1 out against this team, and he would love to get on base. First pitch delivered. Emerson gonna just hit that one foul up the third base line, so we'll have strike number 1 against him in an 0-1 count. Jacob will prepare back up at the mound. Takes a sigh, takes a breather. Winds up and unleashes. Swing and a miss by Emerson, as that ball looked like it had a lot of movement on it from right to left.
Come on, Em.
And just like that, Emerson's 0-2 down. He's got to be careful with anything over the plate, as Jacob would love to find a strikeout here. And he does. Strike number 3. As the back catcher's able to squeeze that too. And just like that, 2 down, 1 to go here for the Eagles in the bottom of the 5th. This brings up Cash up to the plate. Declan Cashman. We'll see what Declan can do here. First pitch delivered. That one's way outside. We'll have ball number 1 and a 1-0 count. Declan would love to get on base here, but with 2 outs against his team, he's got to be careful. Jacob trying to strike out the side. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Oh, pardon me. Strike number 1. That'll be a 1-1 count as he'll get Declan swinging on that pitch. So wind back up. That one delivered. Good contact right to center field, and it will get down in time, and that will be a base hit by Declan, who gets to first base, and just like that gives the Colts something to work with over at first. And they'll try to advance him into a scoring position now, as this brings up the bottom of the order. It's Hunt up to the plate.
Let's go, Hunter.
So Caleb Hunt, first pitch delivered, swing and a miss. Strike number 1, he'll go 0-1 down to the count after that one. Jacob taking a good long look, ready to try to throw something here, and that's a fouled off Good hard contact, but couldn't find that one square.
Good job. Let's go, Caleb. Got this, buddy.
And so it's 0-2 against him. Caleb's got to be careful here. That one can't find the zone. That one will be a ball. It's a 1-2 count now. And still an opportunity for Jacob to end the inning. If one more strike can come through, we'll see if he can find it. Or if Caleb Hunt can battle in this. Next pitch delivered. That one's off the plate. That'll be ball number 2. Good 2-2 in the count now, as he couldn't get that one in the strike zone. Jacob got himself an early lead in the count, so he still has some room to work with. And now will be ball number 3. And so we move to a full count now. Full count scenario with 2 outs. Huge pitch incoming from Jacob and the Eagles at the mound. Delivered. It's going to be high in ball number 4. And runners get to advance to second and to first. And brings up the top of the order. Brings up Brock McAllister up to the plate now. We'll see what Brock can do here. So with 2 outs, 1 runner in scoring position over at second and 1 at first. An opportunity for Brock to do some damage. He just needs to get one in play. First pitch delivered. That one's down in the dirt, ball number 1. We'll kick off this count 1-0. Pitch number 2. Brock swings hard but fouls it back. And now we'll count against a strike against him. We'll go 1-1 in the count now. As Jacob still battling in this inning. Hasn't let up a run yet. But with the Colts an opportunity to do so. That one's going to free from the back catcher. Runners are going to advance to third and second, and they'll be there and put themselves both in a scoring position here. At third and second, Brock, an opportunity to cash in some huge runs if he can get some fair contact. And we'll get back to the mound with Jacob. Pitch delivered. That one's going to be high. Good eye by Brock not to take a swing there. So we'll go back to the plate with Brock. Pitch delivered. Good contact right to the shortstop. And he's going to misplace this scoop, and he's going to have no play at any bag. And so the Colts do get one as they make it 5-3. The shortstop just couldn't keep that one from bouncing within his glove. And just like that, that'll put runners in the corners and make this a 5-3 game here. And bring up Cam Kehoe, who pitched a couple innings here for the Colts. An opportunity to cash in another run if they get a hard hit single, because there's a runner at third. We'll see what Cam can do here. First pitch from Jacob delivered, going to be a little high, and Brock's going to almost go to second. He's going to make it halfway there, but turn back for first, just testing his limits, and he'll have to go back to the bag. And so runners still in the corners as we had ball number 1 on Cam's first pitch. Pitch number 2, gets contact right to the mound, is going to get through, and it's going to get through the second baseman. And so run's going to score, and just like that, Cam's going to pick up an RBI single as that one got past the feet of Jacob at the mound and past the second baseman. The Colts have been battling with 2 outs, and it's a 5-4 game now. 1 run separates the 2, and the tying run over at second base. And this brings up Bowie to the plate as they're going to call a mound meeting here. And they'll see what the decision is. His coach is going to come in, have a discussion with Jacob. I believe that's going to end his outing at the mound. And we'll see who they decide to put in to try to close out this bottom of the 5th. And we'll bring number 10, Teddy, to the mound. He'll get a few warm-up pitches before we get back underway here in the bottom of the 5th. In a 1-run game separating the 2. As on deck is number 17, Bowie, with a runner at second and a runner at first. Tying run at second, which would be huge for the Colts. So we'll get a couple pitches, and Teddy will try to settle into this game here early on for the Eagles. He's coming into a situation with 2 runners on bases and only, I believe, 1 out needed to end it. And here we go. Bowie will step up to the plate and will get the bottom of the 5th resumed here with 2 outs. And so here we go. Play can be in any bag. First pitch delivered from Teddy. Swing and a miss from Bowie. As that will be strike number 1 in an 0-1 count for Bowie at the plate. Winds up, delivers. That one's fouled back. And so he goes 0-2 down early on as that one's fouled back. And just like that, we're 1 strike away from ending the inning here. We'll see if the Eagles can find it. That one's going to be inside. Good eye there from Bowie to back up and take a ball. It's a 1-2 count at the plate. Teddy delivers. That one's going to be popped up high and fouled back. And so that will still stay in at 1-2 off of that foul ball.
Keep fighting, Bowie.
Bowie looking for some sort of solid contact. He's fouled a couple off. That one's going to have a bit of movement, but it's not going to find the strike zone. That one's going to be a ball. We'll go to a 2-2 count here in a huge at-bat for Bowie. Pitch delivered, and a great foul ball to tip that one off. He's playing great defense, protecting anything over the plate. So he'll stay in it at a 2-2 count. Teddy delivers. That one gets contact. It's popped up. Can the first baseman get under it? Never mind. It's Teddy who runs over and gets the play. And that will do it for the bottom of the 5th as he gets the catch in foul territory as we head to the top of the 6th. It's a 5-4 game, a 1-run lead going in favor of the Eagles. But it's an opportunity for the Eagles to add to their lead. It used to be a 3-run game. Now it's a 1-run game. Not as tight as it's tighter than it has been ever throughout this game. And so we'll head to the top of the 6th. The last opportunity for the Eagles to add to their lead before we go to the bottom of the 6th, and an opportunity for the Colts to walk it off. Only 1 run separating the 2. Back to the mound will be Brecken for his 2nd inning of work. And so here we go. We'll get the top of the 6th inning underway here. It's a 5-4 game going the East Nepean way. And leading things off will be number 11, Ethan. So we'll see if Ethan can get on base here. And a huge final inning of ball. It's only a 1 run separating the 2, and we're off and away in the final inning. First pitch, swing and foul though, as that one will be sliced just out of play. And so we'll go 0-1 down in the count after ball number 1. And Brecken trying to get out of this inning scoreless here. His team is already down by 1. So he'll step back up. Ethan to the plate. We'll get the top of the 6th resumed. Next pitch from Brecken delivered. That one finds the strike zone. That's strike number 1. And the one he was looking for at the mound. And it's a 1-1 count now. All right. And so that will be ball number 2. And there is 2 strikes, so that'll be a 2-2 count And Brecken one strike away from finding the first strikeout here in the top of the 6th. We'll see if he can make it happen in a 2-2 count. Next pitch delivered. That one's going to be high. And now ball number 3 will move to a full count here with the first at-bat in the top of the 6th. It's a crucial one. Full count. Pitch delivered. Down in the dirt. It'll be, I believe.
No, I think it was 2-1.
So, no, that's it.
We thought there was something.
Yeah. And so that will make it a full count. Pardon me. So here's the big pitch from Brecken. That one delivered. And he gets the ball, number 4, to get the walk
Go, Brecken.
to first. Puts a runner at first to lead things off here for the Eagles and brings up number 5, Brody, up to the plate. With a runner at first, so just look to advance him. We'll see what he can do here. Brecken to lock back in at the mound. Throw pitch number 1. That one's going to be high, and ball number 1, as that will be a start things off of the 1-0 count for Brody's at-bat here in this game, as we're reaching 3rd time through the order, about so. So with a runner at first, trying to advance him. Pitch thrown, finds the bottom of the strike zone, and will be strike number 1. And we'll move to a 1-1 count after the last one from Brecken. Lines up, delivered, finds the strike zone as well. That'll be strike number 2. And a huge opportunity for Brecken at the mound to find the strikeout. If he can get one more through the zone, we'll see if he can find it. Winds up and delivers. Good bit of protection there by Brody. He'll foul that one off, and he'll stay in it. And I believe at a 1-2 count. Brecken still battling in it, though. Trying to contain a runner at first and trying to strike out this batter at home. Brecken gonna make his decision. Load up and make the pitch. That one's gonna be fouled off. There's a great bit of work there by Brody to stay in it.
Win the battle, buddy.
As he fouls that one off. And he'll step back up to the plate here for another one. He's been battling, fouled the last 2 off to stay in this count. It's still 1-2. Brecken delivers. That's off the plate. That will be a ball, and a good eye there by Brody to choose not to swing on that last pitch. Stay at a 2-2 count for Brody. We await the next pitch. Delivered. Gets good contact right to the mound. They're going to go for 2. The throw to second is there in time, and they do get the runner out at second, as it was just a little off the bag. He had to jump up, and he did make sure that his foot touched the base. We'll have 1 down, 2 to go here, and a runner over at first. As Brody able to get himself to first base. This brings up number 13, Victor, to the plate here. And an opportunity to advance the runners at first base, if he can get some contact. That one chopped just into foul territory on the right side. We'll have ball number 1 and kick this count off 0-1, as that will count against a strike against him. As Brecken loads up. And that's going to be chopped right to Brecken this time, and they're going to go to second again, and that one's going to be off. And so runners can have an opportunity to advance to third, and they're going to make him stay. Their center fielder is going to test runner at third, and so a missed throw from Brecken to second base isn't there, and now that will put runners in the corners and an opportunity for the Eagles to extend their lead. If they can get a base hit and there's only 1 out, this brings up Jacob, who pitched 2/3 of the last inning. And we'll see what he can do from the plate now.
Go, Kingston.
With runners in the corners at third and first. A base hit away from adding to their lead. Strike number 1, that one finds the bottom of the zone.
Go, Brock.
So an 0-1 count. Brecken delivers pitch number 2, fouled right back at me. And so that will go 0-2 now, and an opportunity to find a strikeout if one more can come through for Brecken at the plate here. Brecken delivers. That one's going to be good contact, though, and finds the gap between first and second. One run's going to score, and runner is going to stay at second base, and just like that, the Eagles extend their lead to 2. It's a 6-4 game now. Going the Eagles' way. And puts runners at second and first. Brings up number 3, Declan, to the plate now, and we'll see what Declan can do. Strike number 1 against him. Declan goes down 0-1 early on in the count. Only one out here in the top of the 6th. Eagles have already scored 1 run, and they're looking to make it 2 with a runner at second. That one's outside. Will be a ball. We'll go 1-1 in the count now. Delivers. That one's down in the dirt. Gets away from Charlie. Runners are going to go to third, and they are going to throw it. And runners are also going to go to second, and they both advance safely. And just like that, both runners are in scoring positions. And an opportunity to score some extra runs here in the top of the 6th and extend their lead if the Eagles can do so. Pitch delivered. That one finds the plate. As that will be strike number 2. And a huge opportunity for Brecken to find the strikeout. He needs to find one here. As he loads up and delivers. That one is just going to be outside. And that one will be a ball against him. In a full count scenario here at the plate. A huge pitch coming from Brecken. That one is going to be ball number 4 and give him a walk to first. Loads up the bases for East Nepean, and an opportunity to really do some damage if they could find something in fair territory. Brings up number 8, Caleb, to the plate here, and we'll see what Caleb can do as we wait. Number 1 delivers way outside. That one gets out of the glove of Charlie. Runner's going to go home, and they're not going to be able to test him in time as he slides in there. And Victor makes it a 7-4 game as the Eagles extend their lead to 3 now. And they also have a runner at third and second. Brecken delivers. That's going to be strike number 1 as that one finds the bottom of the zone.
Let's go, Bracken.
We wait the next one. That one's going to be down in the dirt. Runner's going to go home now off from the third, and he's going to be home as well. And that doubles the tally of the Colts, making it 8-4 off of another run. Getting in there, so runner's going to go back to second. I believe the call is he left a little too early. So we'll go back at the plate for Caleb. Brecken delivers that one down to the dirt. That will be a ball.
Let's go, B.
So we'll await the next pitch. That one's also down in the dirt. That will be ball number 4. And that sends them over to first base, puts runners on first and second. The Colts need to get going here. They need to find some outs. As we go back to the plate to Brecken. Pitch number 1 delivered down in the dirt. Runner's going to advance to third and second, and they'll get there with lots of time to spare. And puts them both in a scoring position. This is number 12, Derek, at the plate here, and they'll have a mound meeting to talk to Brecken at the mound. Trying to discuss maybe what's going on and how they can solve it as they're running out of time. This is the 6th and final inning, and so in the they'll have to do all of their work in the bottom, and so far they'll need at least 4 runs to force anything extra. So we'll see if any changes are made here. Looks like we're gonna have a change of catcher here. It looks to be Cohen McMillan taking the catching role. So here we go. Derek will step back up to the plate, and we'll get his at-bat resumed here with runners at third and second. First pitch delivered. That one's going to be high. So that one will be a ball against him. That one comes in and sinks right in there. Yeah, that's going to be a strike for Brecken, as it's the 2-1 count here at the plate for Derek. Derek now trying to get something in fair territory, would really allow to advance those runners. Cohen maybe put into this game to try to keep any balls from leaking through the back catcher position. That's how they've been scoring a lot of their runs as of recent. Brecken delivers this one, swing and a miss from Derek. Can't get contact, and just like that, it's a full count, 3-2.
Come on, finish him off. That's it.
This one delivered. It's going to be high. It's going to get through, and runners are going to decide not to go. They're going to stay. And that will be a ball number 4 for Derek, and put him at first base. And just like that, the bases are loaded once more here in the top of the 6th inning for the Eagles. We go to the bottom of the order. It's number 9, Max, at the plate. We'll see what Max can do here. Pitch number 1 delivered. Outside, ball number 1. And we'll start off this count 1-0. Brecken delivers that one, swing and a miss. Strike number 1. As he just got that one. Just got Max reaching there at the plate. So a 1-1 count for Brecken, who would really love to find an out here. Winds up and delivers off the plate, and runner's going to go now from third, and he is safe and sound as he slides in there. So another ball that gets free from the back catcher adds to the Eagles' tally. It's a 9-4 game now, and a 2-1 count with Max still at the plate. Runners advance to third and second, and only one out here for the Colts. Swing and a miss from Max. Strike number 1. Pardon me, that will be a strike.
One more.
That'll be strike number 2. And so there's 2 against him. Brecken, an opportunity to find a huge strikeout here, which would be much needed for the Colts. That one's going to be high. It's a 3-2 count. Full count scenario here at the plate for Max. Brecken at the mound, delivers. It's going to be ball number 4, and that will be another walk here for the Eagles. Loads up the bases once more. With only 1 out, we'll head to the back to the top of the order, as will be number 7, Daniel, taking back to the plate. So we'll see what Daniel can do here. Brecken delivers this one. That one's going to be outside, and be ball number 1 and a 1-0 count. So the Eagles have been so offensive here in this top of the 6th inning. It was a 5-4 game going into it. It's now a 9-4 game. 4 runs already. As they look to defend off anymore, the Colts do, and that will be one step to success. That will be strike, as that one was a swing and a miss there from Daniel. So we'll await the next pitch from Brecken. Loads up and delivers. That one's going to be high. And time is going to be called. And we're going to have a couple changes here in the outfield. Pitch delivered and swung on and missed. Strike number 2 going against Daniel as he gets him swinging again. So an opportunity for Brecken to find a huge strikeout here. He needs it now. We'll see if he can get one in the zone. Pitch delivered, swung on and missed. Strike number 3 retires the second batter in this inning. He needs one more, and they need it now. This brings up number 4 Elliott to the plate. Play at any bag with the bases loaded. Brecken delivers pitch number 1. That's going to be ball number 1 as that one's up high. So we'll start this count off 1-0. That one's also going to be up high. And ball number 2. A 2-0 count now. He delivers down in the dirt. That one gets free. Runners are going to decide to go from third. The throw to third to home is not there in time. It was just off the marker. And just like that, the Eagles, I believe, get 5 runs and will and so we're going to continue on in this game after a couple rules get established. Ball number 4, and that will be another walk, and it loads the bases right back up. It seems to be some type of loophole this game might be in, especially here in the top with the 6th. It seems that a ball gets free from the back catcher, they score a run, and then they load the bases right back up with a walk. And so we'll move on in the order. This brings up number 10, Teddy, up to the plate here. And we'll see what he can do here. That one, strike number 1. As that one will catch the corner of the plate. And so that will do it, actually. They are going to, after a bit of rule discussion, I believe that will do it. And I believe the Eagles will win this one, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have a talk here from both the teams, but I believe the situation is it's a 5-run mercy. And the Eagles got 5 runs this inning, making it 10. But if the Colts even got 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th, it would put them at 9. Not enough to even. And so we'll have a discussion by both the coaches here, and we'll see what the call is going to be momentarily. And so we're going to have some discussions before we get back going over here. And we'll see what the call is going to be. I'm not too sure, to be honest. We'll have a couple discussions from some coaches, some volunteers who are running the tournament, and the umpire to try to discuss, well, how this game's going to go on. Is I did say the situation, but some people are wanting to play the full rest of the game. And so it looks like they are, in fact, going to finish the game. And we're going to head to a bottom of the 6th inning here. So I'm not too sure why, but nonetheless, they do not want to end it here. So even if there's a 5-run mercy rule, I don't know even if they could possibly make a comeback. I'm not too sure, but nonetheless, they're going to play it even if it's just because why not? Just for fun. These kids have been here after a long rain delay all day long, so might as well let them play the game that they came to play. So we'll head to a bottom of the 6th here after a bunch of discussions came through. And so, balls will be called in. I believe this will be back at the mound. Number 10, Teddy, for his 2nd inning of work here in the bottom of the 6th. And so here we go. We'll get it underway here. Stepping up to the plate will be number 2. This is Cohen McMillan, and we'll get Teddy's first pitch of the outing. He's going to pop that one up right to right field. We'll see who gets under it, and it will be a catch by the second baseman. Be a quick 1 down, 2 to go here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As out number 1, and move on in the order. It's a Brecken Wickett who pitched the last inning for the Colts. And we'll see what we can do here from the plate now. That's first pitch delivered from Teddy. Ooh, it's going to hit him square in the back. And he's going to take that one like a champ and take over to first base off of the hit by pitch walk, pardon me. And so that will put a runner at first base and give the Colts something to work with here. So this brings up Xavier DeWise up to the plate. So he's going to stay. He decides that that one hit square in the back, but he's good to go. This is Xavier DeWise at the plate now. And he's looking to advance his runner at first into a scoring position. We'll see what Xavier can do here. Pitch number 1 delivered, swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 1. So it goes down 0-1 in the count. That one's in there. He's going to pop that one up.
Good job.
Right into foul territory, and that will also be a strike against him. So it goes down 0-2 early. So he's got to protect anything over the plate now. As this one's delivered, and it's outside. So that will be a 1-2 count from Teddy at the mound. Winds up and delivers. That's going to be strike number 3 as that one catches the corner of the strike zone. And so that'll be 2 down, 1 to go here. Here in the bottom of the 6th, it brings up number 12, Johnny, to the plate. And he's, 1 out away from ending this game. With a runner at first, we'll see what Johnny can do here. Pitch number 1 delivered. Strike number 1 is he doesn't take a swing on it. He looked to hesitate there. And so that will go 0-1. Down in the count with strike number 1. That one delivered. He's going to foul that one off. And that'll be strike number 2 off of the foul ball. And he'll have 2 strikes against his name. And 1 away from the strikeout and ending this game. If he can find 1 more. So we'll await the pitch from Teddy trying to end this game. Johnny needs to protect anything over the plate. That one's going to be outside. And he'll take a ball on that one. It's a 1-2 count called from the ump. So we'll await the next pitch. Johnny trying to find something. And that one is good high by him. Able to take a ball as that one was just called outside the plate. So we'll have a 2-2 count. Johnny will square back up. Tries to advance Brecken at first. And that one's going to be inside. And that'll be a full count here. So full count called by the ump. Johnny trying to hit something fair. That one delivered. And he will crank that one right to left field. Will advance the runners to second and first. So a base hit there, a hard one that is, by Johnny. And this brings up Charlie to the plate now. And we have a new pitcher coming in here, so they're going to take Teddy out the game and bring in number 4, Elliott, to the mound. So we'll see what Elliott can do here. So Elliott will just get warmed up before we get back underway here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's runners on second and first, so the Colts giving them something to work with here as they'll just try to advance them and even one in the scoring position if they can get, Charlie can get a hard hit ball into the outfield. But there's still 2 outs. That's all the Eagles need to officially win this game. So here we go. Charlie will step up to the plate and we'll get this bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs underway here. As Elliott winds up as he takes his first pitch here at the mound, and that'll be ball number 1 as that one is outside. So Charlie's at-bat starts off 1-0 with Elliott at the mound here. So look for pitch number 2. He delivers that one. Also going to be outside. Got a 2-0 now with ball number 2. It's Elliott now. Winds up and delivers. Good hit by Charlie right into the outfield as they can't get underneath of it. They try to throw the first and that one gets out the glove. And so runner's going to get the go home. He's safe. And so the Colts will score a run as they gets the wave around third, and they make it a 10-5 game now with runners in the corners. So Charlie gets himself an RBI single. And this brings up number 55, Alex McGrath, to the plate. This time is called as the back catcher puts on his helmet. This pitch getting delivered. Now it's going to get a hold of that one and foul it off right into left field, deep left field territory. So that will be strike number 1 against him. And go 0-1 in the count with 2 outs here. That's all the Eagles need to end this game. We'll see if they can find it though. Good battle back here by the Colts, and they have runners in the corners. That one delivered. Alex going to chop that one. And will it stay fair? And it's going to be called a foul. They're going to say that one just got outside the line. And so now he's 0-2. Back-to-back foul balls. Elliott, an opportunity to end this game with strike number 3. We'll see if Alex can protect anything over the plate. Pitch delivered. That one's way off. Great catch though by the back catcher to contain that ball. And we go to a 1-2 count now.
That's a green out there, Al.
So Alex gonna get prepared here in a 1-2 count. Elliott delivers. He doesn't swing, gets through from the back catcher. Johnny's going to go home, and he's going to get to the plate in time and with lots of time to spare. And he adds to the tally. It's now a 4-run game at 10-6. And I believe that will do it, actually, as that was check swing. And apparently he did go, and runner did not advance to first. So, and I got it out of the back catcher's glove. So he tagged the runner, and that will do it. The Eagles win this one of a 10-6 game after 6 innings. So pardon me.
No, you know what? It does count because it's dropped third and you didn't get the tag and you scored before, so it does count. I apologize.
And so we'll see MVPs coming up just momentarily.
Just screw up your whole score sheet there.
But nonetheless, a 10-6 win for the Eagles. 4 runs separating the two. And we'll have handshakes all around before we have MVPs in a wild game. Nonetheless, the Eagles with a huge top of the 6th inning. And unfortunately for the Colts, they couldn't stop the bleeding. And that will do it. We'll see MVPs before we wrap things up. As I believe next up we'll have the Eagles versus the Perth Royals. And I believe so, East Nepean versus Perth coming up next. So you won't want to miss that game. Here of Group A play, we'll have MVP for the Colts be number 12, Gianni. Of the Colts, and I'm not sure who actually got on the Eagles. I must have missed that. See if he can get someone maybe with something in his hand. And it will be number 9. That will be Max who wins the MVP for East Nepean. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. After 6 innings of work, the Eagles have a huge top of the 6th inning and win this one 10-6 over the Colts. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Jacob Ewing all game long. Subscribe and hit that notification bell on the Kingston Baseball Association channel for all your KBA action. It's all right here. And all of this tournament action, you do not want to miss it. Eagles take this one from East Nepean 10-6 over the Kingston Colts Hunt team. You don't want to miss the next game. I believe we'll have the Perth Royals versus the East Nepean Eagles. It will be a doozy here as we wrap up Group A group play.